Only a few days left until the playoffs. Let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are so close to the end of the NBA regular season. Yesterday was a 2-2 day break even. We'll go over that in the recap in just a little bit. It's tough sledding out there, betting these last few days, that's for sure. But quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video is out now for the Thursday slate, so go check it out as we just had another winning day there. But any graphics you see in this video, as you know, are from an app called OUTLIER, the best betting research tool on the market today. So click that link below for a 7-day free trial. Let's get into it, and that means it is dad joke time. So here we go. What did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K? HDMI. Don't worry, that's not my Yoda voice. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, again, 2-2 day, and then we're going to skip injury report. Who knows, guys? People are resting left and right. I think it's pointless probably to give to you right now on these last few days the night before because it changes drastically as we saw with the Thunder today. But we'll talk defenses versus the power forward position. And even though we only have a few days left, the G's of threes, I promise you we'll have that in this one. And then we'll finish it with any bets or leans. Again, putting out a ton of bets the night before with a few days left in the NBA regular season is not exactly the smartest thing to do. So we're going to play it light and just talk through some bets, but we will have at least one best bet. And then, of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, come join it. It's an awesome community here. A lot of positive people as we're on our way to 40,000 subscribers. No idea what I was about to say there, but anyways, that's what we got. Let's get it started. And that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. The 2-2 day, starting out with the added play. Davion Mitchell over 15.5 points plus assists. He goes over this easy. I think it was a third quarter cash. He has been rolling lately. Keon Ellis over 14.5 PRAs. How about a third quarter cash on that one? And then Luka over 16.5 RAs. The play was always PRAs. What was I thinking? He scored a ton. Still ended with like 14 or 15 RAs, so he got close, but just didn't get the job done. He was able to score a lot. In this fourth one, this is what I'm talking about. NBA will just screw you over in the last few days, or actually most of the year. But Devin Booker under took it because, there's a ton of guys like Caruso and Lou Dort and SGA and all these guys that know how to play defense, Hartenstein. And then pretty much all of them got ruled out. I knew that. We talked in the Discord. I knew it was pretty much a loss. Once I saw Lou Dort and all these guys on the injury report, they decided to rest. They had some fake injury, but obviously they just didn't need to play. So Booker went over because it was easy against the backup. So 2-2 day, 81-58 on the under tracker. Overall record 305 and 246 on the season, up 28.74 units. We need to get to at least 30 before the end of the season. So let's hopefully do that. But that's what we got for the recap. Now let's talk the power forwards. All right, there it is. The defense is giving up the most points to the power forward position. Again, only a small slate today. So we only got two teams over there on the left playing. But the T-Wolves are facing Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Grizzlies, 19.9 points per game. T-Wolves giving up the most points to the power forward position. This is all in the last 30 days. And then the other team and players that are in green just means they are playing today. So take a screenshot of that one. Let's move over to the rebounds now. And we got the Pistons facing Josh Hart, 8.8 rebounds per game. Pistons averaging 11.3. Josh Hart may not play this game, though. And then Pacers, 10.4, facing Evan Mobley, 9.1 rebounds per game. So that's what we got for the rebounds. Now let's check out the assists. And we got one matchup, the Pelicans facing Giannis, 8.2 assists, and the Pelicans giving up 5.1. So that's what we got for any over matchups. Now let's take a look at the toughest matchups for power forwards. How about the Rockets? They're not playing today, but number one in points per game allowed and number one in rebounds allowed to the power forward position. So you see the T-Wolves there, number two in rebounds allowed, and then Nets and Bucks in the top five for points allowed to power forward. So that's what we got for all the research help with the power forward position. And now it's time for the G's of threes. All right, here it is, the hottest shooters in the last 8 games to help you out with whether it's points props, three-point props, and all that. But we start with Steph Curry up there shooting 41%. I'm not going to go through all these, but as you can see, anyone who played less than 8 games, that is there in yellow at the end. But Podziemski, that's right, B-Pod shooting 50% with Levine shooting over 50%. And then we got Lou Dort down there shooting 50.9% as well. And there's all the rest of the guys. Over there on the right side, defense is giving up the highest three-point percentage the last 8 games, with the Suns leading the way at 43.4%. That's just to kind of help you out with the numbers. Obviously, minimum here is 40 or more three-point attempts, and you must be shooting 40% or better. That is page 1. Now let's take a look at page 2 here. And we have Devin Vassell there up at the top, but Kobe White, the man, 51.1%. He has been playing lights out. None of these stats account the Wednesday games. Obviously, they don't report till really that night and all that. So, but Reeves for the Pelicans, not Austin Reeves, Antonio Reeves, 50% shooting. I'm sure none of you guys even know who he is. But Harrison Barnes for the Spurs, 51.1%, so on and so on. And then there's the matchups again on the right side. Now let's take a look at page 3 to finish it off. That's right, we got 3 pages of this. Dylan Brooks up there at 46.5%. Isaiah Cotton Eye Joe, 54.8% in 7 games at 42 attempts. That is not too shabby. And then Tyler Hero right there, shooting 21 for 42, hitting 50% of his threes. So that's what we got for all the research help. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Detroit, Michigan, where the Pistons host the New York Knicks. Pistons -5. Total in this one is 227.5. My best bet is Jalen Brunson over 25.5 points, -120 on ESPN bet. Half unit play here. Again, these last few days of the NBA are just, I'm going to tread carefully, that's for sure. But he's played 2 games since his injury, scored 15 versus Phoenix and 27 last game in a great game versus the Celtics. He saw 38 minutes last game. It was overtime, but still, his minutes are there. But in this one, OG and Josh Hart look to both be out. Not much of a sample size there, but obviously it's going to mean more usage for him. Not that they're huge offensive guys, but they still are some pieces. One game is the only game where both of them were out. He scored 22. But Brunson's averaging 26.16 points per game this season over this line in 14 of 30 road games, and all 14 overs actually where he scored 28 plus points. He has the ability to score 30 plus and soar over some of these lines. The matchup, it's absolutely elite, and this is why I like it. In the 3 games Brunson has played versus Detroit, scored 36, 31, and 31. The 36 was also in only 30 minutes due to a blowout. Jalen Brunson has absolutely owned them. He is their father. Pistons, somewhat like the Rockets. They'll play you one-on-one, not overhelp, not leave open shooters, and that allows them to not allow many assists, but it also allows them to be scored upon. And to help see that in the last 30 days, the Pistons given up the 2nd most points to the point guard position and the 7th fewest assists. So I'm not touching assists. I just want the points here. Knicks still need to win to keep the 3 seed. Small spread here should be competitive. Again, you never know. But give me Brunson to go over this line for the 4th time versus Detroit this season as my first best bet. And right now, the night before, it is my only best bet because I don't want to force anything. But I do have one lean I want to talk about. All right, as you guys know, I don't want to force too many bets the night before. I want to wait to hear some more news in the NBA the morning and afternoon. More bets will be coming more than likely, but I do want to go over this lean, and this might make the card pretty quick. It's the Pacers -9.5. No Donovan Mitchell, no Evan Mobley, no Darius Garland, no Max Strus. This Cavs team is ready for the playoffs. They do not care about these last couple games. Pacers still fighting for seeding. No injury news as of now for the Pacers that are important, so they're going to be healthy. I think they boat race the Cavs here at home. One team is healthy and wants to win. The other one is playing their backups and doesn't care at all. I like Indiana -9.5. That is my only lean. Again, there's some props out there that I'm still waiting for lines on. There's some news about guys that are questionable and all that. I want to wait to see in the morning and not just, give you 3 bets and then we lose all of them just because we're trying to force it. So that's what we got for the research help. The one best bet so far, and the one lean. Of course, added plays will be in the pinned comments below. But before we get out of here, let's check out that recap. All right, there it is. 1 is the loneliest number. Jalen Brunson over 25.5 points, -120. That is for a half unit. Now, if you just fast forward to this part, I also gave out a lean, but more plays will be coming. Just want to check some injury news and things like that. But you got to just watch what teams are playing for something, what teams don't care to win, things like that. But added plays, you guys know where to find them. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and all NBA season long. Honestly, it's been an incredible ride this year, and I just want to thank you guys. So, hope you guys all have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.